Look, I don't want to attack Glenn Beck. I don't want to be in a fight with Clear Channel. But I have my First Amendment. And Glenn Beck is constantly attacking us and is duplicitous. Okay? And I'm sick of double talkers. Now, Al Gore, Barack Obama are discredited punks. And we're still attacking them and exposing them as New World Order fronts. Yesterday with the whole birther thing. The whole first hour attacking Obama and his health care takeover and his cybersecurity and his environment takeover. So people say, why don't you spend more time on Barack Obama? We do. My last two films, Fall of the Republic and Obama Deception, exposing him and who runs him. But Glenn Beck is placed at a key juncture to when Ron Paul's about to win, he comes out and attack him. When other candidates that are pro-liberty, he comes out. He runs these operations. And I've seen him say militias are bad. I've seen him say we need to use the army against Ron Paul supporters. I've seen him say the banker bailout is good. And then say he didn't say that till he got called on it. It's the lying. They intend to keep the income tax and then give you a value-added and sales tax on top of it. But he's pushing that, value-added and sales tax. So is the guy he tours the country with, O'Reilly. A guy who believes in global warming. Sarah Palin says she believes in it. And I get emails going, no, she doesn't. No, he doesn't. He was in USA Today. Put it up on screen. USA Weekend. Their big weekend magazine. Who's that on the cover there? Who is that man? And it's a positive article. In fact, what's the actual headline that doesn't have it? It was something like, don't judge a book by its cover. He's a great guy. He's so wonderful. He's wonderbar. We all live in America. America is wonderbar. I mean, this guy is a joke. And he goes on to say, I believe in global warming. I've got a greenhouse. I'll do anything for the environment. But those light bulbs, I don't like how they look. It's such a problem. And so he gets you emotionally invested in him, saying a lot of the right things, and at key points, flip-flops. And then people are like, can't compute. That's why I got so mad at Deborah Medina. She comes out and says, well, people have a right to question the government on 9/11 Truth. And then she puts out a statement kind of, well, I don't think, anybody else did it with those Arabs. And I'm like, well, whatever, let her kind of be flip-floppy. Just, oh, come on, Deborah. And I still defend her and do everything I can. And then Mark Davis in Dallas, and that's a big show. He fills in for Rush Limbaugh. These people are an evil cult, a dangerous cult of scum and despicable. She's like, absolutely, I agree with you. I get mad at that when I invest in somebody and believe in them. And then I can't then take who I am and my integrity, especially when it's clear-cut in front of me. We all make mistakes we're not thinking. And then we're 4 days in, she never apologized for it. Now, I guess we'll go the lesser of two evils route here. And I've seen countless emails from the Medina campaign, from their people to my listeners going, that they send her part of the transcript of what she said on Davis. Don't leave you the top. And that's deceptive. And they say, we're not attacking 9/11 Truth. Yes, you did. See, that's even worse. But then I kind of get into the dirtiness, and I go, I guess she's better than Perry or Hutchinson. So, all right. I'm just not going to vote. I was planning to go vote on Election Day. It was like with the 2004 election, I went and voted, but not for president. I mean, Kerry, Bush. I knew the outcome was already set. I didn't vote, if memory serves, with McCain and Obama because I knew it was already set. We have 8% turnout for county and city on a national average. I think it's 8.2. And we have, what is it, almost 50%? It was even higher in the last election for the president, this big pageant, when the real power is local. And so I don't think I can make myself go even vote. I for either of the three. That's my personal. I get my vote, don't I? I'm allowed to have my vote, or maybe not. To that 1% out there, the few emails I've gotten saying, you just need to roll over to what she did. 4 days later, nothing but duplicitous emails from their people to my listeners. They send us, sending them part of what she said on the show and saying it's not true, or it's just Glenn Beck, any of these people. I just can't handle it anymore. You know, Israel did target Jim Traficant. They did put him in prison. They did set him up. So I had him on, and we kept going back to Israel. You know, that's something I tried to be more mainstream and just cover the bigger issues. But when Israel needs to be criticized on organs or wars or manipulating our politics, I'm doing that. I mean, have you noticed? We're just trying to tell the truth here. That's all I've got is the truth. Now, let me get into this big headline here. I just had my Glenn Beck article here in front of me. Here it is. And it's up on screen for prisonplanet.tv viewers. We got this out for everybody on Monday, our audience, and I got a lot of hate emails saying you're lying. That's not in the USA Today. I mean, you talk about delusional. It's delusional because people invest in Beck and they don't want to admit they've been conned or that they've been wronged. Beck's failure to retract global warming advocacy provokes online firestorm. This is all over WorldNet Daily, all over Newsmax, everywhere. More conservatives are waking up to the fact that Beck is a shill for the bankers and the elite. And it's not just that he says global warming's real. He says it isn't real on his TV show and radio show, and then a week later says it is real. And he does it over and over. It's the flip-flopping. It's the lying. Glenn Beck has failed to respond to a firestorm of reaction to his comments. The word is, I've gotten calls he did say, well, I do think some of it's real. Glenn Beck has failed to respond to a firestorm of reaction to his comments made during a February 21st interview with USA Today Weekend magazine. Yeah, they're all emailing him and calling him and going, say it isn't so, Beck. And he'll just play joke sounds in the background, I was told. Glenn Beck has failed to respond to firestorm of reaction to his comments made during a February 21st interview with USA Today Weekend magazine, in which he openly and completely reversed his position on climate change by revealing that he believed in man-made global warming. As we reported earlier this week, Beck appeared to stab his conservative audience in the back when he told USA Weekend magazine that man-made climate change was occurring in an article entitled, Don't Judge Beck by His Cover. And again, this isn't stabbing his right-wing audience in the back. We're going past that paradigm. Most of the liberals I know it's a fraud. In the article, Beck tells interviewer Dennis McCafferty, you'd be an idiot not to notice the temperature change. He also says there's a legit case for global warming has, at least in part, been caused by mankind, writes McCafferty, under the subheadline, he believes in global warming. The blogosphere is on fire with reaction to McCafferty's USA Weekend piece. According to WorldNet Daily, Chelsea Shilling, who pointed out that the posters on the prominent conservative forum Free Republic were furious at Beck for seemingly performing a huge flip-flop on the issue. Seems like the rose-colored glasses are beginning to fall off those who used to view Mr. Beck with good approval, wrote one. But see, maybe I'm not supposed to say he flip-flopped, because that'd be mean. I'm supposed to say, oh, thank you, Beck, for your flip-flopping. Flip-flopping's not bad. It's good, as long as someone who says they're a constitutionalist does it. It's bad when Obama does it, but it's good when Beck does it. Or Deborah Medina. Seems like the rose-colored glasses are beginning to fall off those who used to view Mr. Beck with good approval, wrote one. Okay, final straw for Beck with me, added another. When an unflattering quote comes out about someone else or anyone, they all say, I was misquoted. Everyone does it. The people who were actually misquoted take legal action if the correction isn't printed. In fact, that's why newspapers print retractions or corrections. If Beck doesn't sue USA Weekend, then it tells me his pretensions ring hollow, writes another. And it goes on. This story is key because people need to know that Glenn Beck is going to support the next banker bailout takeover in the next year and a half. Mark my words. You have been warned. Let's get ready to rumble.